The balance is in our hands. Earth, the only planet whose nature is known to host the most extraordinary phenomenon of the whole universe, the life. Human, a species, an intelligent element of the nature, but at the same time a driver of the change of the nature and even the universe. Biodiversity, a property of nature, the guarantee of the existence of the human race. Ecosystem services. Nature gives benefits to humans, but not more than those that she gives to others, within its internal balance and with an absolute fairness. However, humans want more. Humans need more. Humans abstract. Humans judge. Humans value. Humans discover, assign, create, and utilize values. Humans transform the beings into resources. Humans act on nature. Sometimes good, sometimes bad, sometimes beautiful, sometimes ugly. Results of human-nature interaction. A catastrophe for biodiversity. Millions of species have already gone extinct, and as of today, thousands of species are facing the risk of extinction. Will Ipbes alter the human-nature interaction? Following Antalya Consensus, Turkey, a country, but a continent in terms of biodiversity, because it has 3 biogeographical regions called Euro-Siberian, Mediterranean, and Irano-Turanian, as well as their transition zones, and because its climatic and geographical features change within short intervals of space due to its position as a bridge between 2 continents. Turkey has acquired the character of a small continent from the point of biological diversity. Turkey has forest, mountain, steppe, wetland, dryland, island, coast, and marine ecosystems, and different forms and combinations of these systems. This extraordinary ecosystem and habitat diversity has produced considerable species diversity. It is noted that fauna biological diversity is quite high in Turkey compared with the biological diversity of other countries in the temperate zone. Despite lack of data, the invertebrates constitute the largest number among the identified living species. The total number of invertebrate species in Turkey is about 19,000, of which about 4,000 species and subspecies are endemic. The total number of vertebrate species identified to date is near 1,500. Of the vertebrates, over 100 species are endemic, including 70 species of fish. Antalya is the home of the fallow deer and the pheasant. The fact that Turkey is located on 2 major bird migration routes in the world makes it an important place as a feeding and breeding area for birds. To appropriate Turkey's wealth in flora species, a comparison with the continent of Europe will be sufficient. While there are 12,500 gymnospermous and angiospermous plant species in the entire continent of Europe, it is known that there are such species close to this number, about 12,000 in Antalya alone, with some 1/3 of them endemic to Turkey. Eastern Anatolia and Southern Anatolia among the geographical regions, and the Irano-Turanian and Mediterranean regions among the phytogeographical regions are rich in endemic plant species. The Ministry of Forestry and Water Affairs continuously works to protect the biological diversity of Anatolia. Today, several species continue their wildlife in Anatolia with all its beauties and naturality. By the Noah's Ark project, the Ministry of Forestry and Water Affairs presents the Data Bank of Turkish Biodiversity. The General Directorate of Nature Conservation and National Parks is the body of the Ministry of Forestry and Water Affairs in charge of conservation of biodiversity, research, inventory and monitoring of biodiversity, as well as biotechnology and combat to biopiracy studies are among its missions. There is a tremendous experience of conservation in Turkey since the 19th century. As of today, 5,640,534.52 hectares of land in Turkey is conserved. This amount is bigger than the territories of 101 countries. Of the total 2,821 protected areas in Turkey, 1,533 are managed by the General Directorate of Nature Conservation and National Parks. We invite you to have a look at the booth area.